ChatGPT has returned to Italy. Now, last month, or actually at the end of March, the Italian Data Protection Authority, which is essentially the data regulator, the privacy regulator that enforces GDPR rules in Italy, banned ChatGPT for a couple reasons. One, they said that ChatGPT did not comply with GDPR rules. And two, they said that ChatGPT provided inappropriate information to minors. They gave OpenAI a timeline, a deadline of 30 days to correct those issues. Otherwise, they would be more permanently banned. And so during April, ChatGPT or OpenAI made several changes, including they created a form that allows EU citizens to request their personal data to be removed from ChatGPT responses. They published a disclosure about how personal data is used, and they added an age gate in Italy. So the Italian regulators were largely satisfied with that. They gave ChatGPT or OpenAI a contingent approval. So ChatGPT is now available once again in Italy. However, Italy's regulators also said that they expect AI to make additional changes to further protect data in the future. Now, breaking down what the Italian regulators did, so it created a form that allows EU citizens to request their personal data to be forgotten. That's a GDPR rule. How are they doing that? Well, ChatGPT was trained a year ago, more than a year ago. And so they are unable to remove data from the training data, right? ChatGPT already knows things about certain people, and there's not an easy way to expunge that data after the model has been trained. So my best guess, which I have high confidence in, is what this is actually doing is not removing data about individual people from ChatGPT's AI model, but rather simply imposing a filter. So my guess would be when someone inputs information into this form, it goes into a database, and then every ChatGPT answer that's generated is passed through this filter. And if the filter detects that any people who are in the database are mentioned in the message, then that message is reworked to remove that information. That would be my best guess. Certainly the easiest workaround. Now, also Italy, or OpenAI added an age gate in Italy. You know, it's kind of funny that age gates are legally required because they're really easy to bypass. You can just click, I am older than 18. I'm almost certain that I did that when I was under 18 because there were sites that asked you to confirm that you were an adult, and I just confirmed even though I was a kid. And so I don't think that really does a lot in practice. But nevertheless, apparently legislators think it does something, so that is now a thing. Now, I don't think this is going to be the end of OpenAI's troubles by any means. If anything, their regulatory issues are just getting started. Interestingly, yesterday we had a meeting between Biden, Harris, and several people in the AI community. So Biden put together a meeting that included, let me pull up the roster here. We had Vice President Kamala Harris. We had the Secretary of Commerce of the U.S., various chiefs of staff, chief of national affairs, domestic policy, various government people, as well as the CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, the CEO of Anthropic, which is an OpenAI competitor, the CEO of Microsoft, and the CEO of Google. So we had big industry names, as well as a lot of people from government to discuss risks of AI. Now, this could just be sort of PR, right? It's unclear how serious Biden's administration is actually taking AI. Clearly, they're responding to it because it's in the popular zeitgeist, but are they actually going to impose regulations? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. If this is actually a serious attempt at starting to start a regulatory process, that would mean that AI, generative AI, would be one of the fastest regulated technologies in history. So that'll be really interesting to see. Now, a few things that came out of that meeting were new investments. So the National Science Foundation announced $140 million in funding to launch 7 new national AI research institutes, bringing the total to a number of 25. That's pretty interesting. That's probably the most interesting thing that came out of that meeting. Also, public assessments of existing generative AI systems. So the Biden administration announced an independent commitment from leading AI developers. So Anthropic, Google, Hugging Face, Microsoft, NVIDIA, OpenAI, and Stability AI are going to participate in a public evaluation of AI systems. So they're going to DEF CON 31. This AI Village is sort of a nonprofit entity, I believe. aimed at AI safety. And so this collaboration is going to bring thousands of community partners and technological experts and government people, policymakers, to try to assess AI systems for their effect on the economy, their effect on society, and generally try to, sort of do what OpenAI said they were going to do in the beginning, which was build artificial general intelligence, AGI, that benefits humanity as a whole. So this is sort of now a White House effort to do the same thing. Also, we had the Office of Management and Budget, which is important for finance of the country. And they said that they're going to be releasing draft policy guidance on the use of AI systems by the US government. So this is important because they're going to release guidelines for procurement. So if you are a government contractor, or if you're a tech company who produces any sort of AI and you want government contracts, then this may apply to you. Now, it's unclear how quickly this is going to come out. Once it does come out, it will probably be adopted by many agencies. So if you, want to develop an AI system and sell it to the Air Force or sell it to the Department of Veterans Affairs, then you are going to want to keep an eye on what this guidance actually ends up looking like for procurement.